The salami lid ain't gonna fit, won't fit.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to Plants vs. Zombies Fusion. This one was recorded a couple days after the first one. Thank you guys for the great reception. I'm glad you guys are enjoying it as much as I am, and it's been fun to record. So I want to work on making some more progress today. We only beat 2 levels last time, which is okay, but I think we can do better. If you notice at the top we have walnuts unlocked. And from what I've noticed, these walnuts have a special ability. So let's just go over real quick. According to the almanac, this walnut can turn into a peanut, which shoots piercing projectiles, a solar nut, which produces sun on damage, a cherry nut, which this is going to be our best friend today from what I'm reading. And then if we put a walnut on top of walnut, we make a giant walnut, which kind of just rolls down the field. So using that knowledge, what I want to do is place a walnut right here, and then a cherry bomb on top of that to make a cherry nut. And that cherry nut is going to function as 2 cherry bombs in one. So for example, if I place another one right here, and then if I break this with my spade, it also blows up whatever's in front of it, which is great. What isn't great is that there's a bucket head that somehow made it through. Alright, so using our walnuts, we're going to be able to stall a lot longer, which means that hopefully I shouldn't have to place down sunflowers as temporary blockades. Also, if I place a walnut on top of a walnut, it makes a giant walnut, which kind of just clears the whole row, which is very convenient. So something I noticed is when I turn this into a cherry nut, it healed that other cherry nut that was right there, because cherry nuts absorb explosions for health. Go ahead and blow them up. I'm going to be relying on cherry nuts quite a bit, I feel like, for these earlier levels at least. Just because of how versatile they are at dealing with large hordes like this. For example, they're good at stalling to let zombies get close, and then I can just blow the rest of them up. Hey guys, editing Zyllami here. Just wanted to say thank you for watching the video. If you're enjoying it so far, please consider dropping a like and subscribing, as it really does help the channel. Appreciate you guys, and enjoy the rest of the video. Alright, I thought this was going to be a lot harder than it is. This one is going pretty smoothly, and I probably jinxed it by saying that, but I want to save the rest of my cherry bombs to be off cooldown for when the last round starts. I'm going to turn this guy into a peanut shooter, I believe it is. I think that's what it's called. So if I place one, let's see if I do this right. So if I place one of these here, put the cherry bomb on that damages most of them, and then if I break it one more time, that counts as 2 cherry bombs for the price of 1. And if I do the exact, well, that's not the right thing, oops, sorry sunflower, I didn't mean to do that. If I do the same exact thing right here, I put cherry bomb on walnut, and then that kills everything except the bucket heads, and then if I use spade on cherry nut, game's over. It's that easy. Piece of cake. And that was level 3. So this guy's not going to be fun at all. I'm going to need to put down a bunch of walnuts in order to stall him, so that's great. Congratulations on unlocking the gloves. This is a very important item. You can use the gloves to move plants somewhere else, or move a plant over to another plant to initialize fusion. That's huge. Now try moving the twin sunflower behind the cherry nut. Sure man, say less. I'll put them all the way over here. You've learned how to use the gloves. Wow, that was difficult. I don't know how I did that. Not sure how I graduated from glove school. Alright, so for starters, we're just going to do the normal. We're just going to do the default. I'm actually going to move him up here to stall for a little bit more. I'm going to get walnuts put down ASAP, because the cooldown is going to be the biggest problem for those. Okay, this looks like peak cherry nut opportunity right there. Alright, we got our first pole vaulter coming in, so I'm just going to put him here. I'm going to let him use his pole, and then I'm just going to move it back one. So, he really accomplished nothing from that, actually. Alright, we have a pretty decent amount. Oh, poor cherry nut's depressed. Look at him. That poor guy. Oh, okay, this is way more than I was expecting. So I don't have enough gloves for all this, but I should have a cherry bomb coming up pretty fast. So if I just let them jump, I'm going to use the glove, move one of these back, then cherry bomb it. So that way it affected all of them. And then on top of that, I'm just going to move them right back to the original. I don't want to let this walnut die, because I'd rather not have to plant a new one. So I'm going to turn him into... yeah, let's just make him a cherry bomb too, for value. That was 2 cone heads for 1. Seeing that there's a decent wave coming in, I'm going to put a walnut on top of that walnut. Take out that row for sure. Move him one back. Wait for the cooldown just a little bit. He might make it a little bit up, but that's fine. Yeah, we'll put him back just to be safe. Alright, so that might not have been the most useful, but I ended up healing with this cherry nut because of the explosion, which is good. Gonna use those right there. Move him down one. I want to get rid of these guys' poles before they hit the walnut, so we'll do this. We're at about halfway through the level. Definitely peak cherry bomb right here. Double cherry bomb. I don't want a cherry bomb here, but I might have to. Oh, I think we actually wait a little bit more for these pole vaulters to make it in. Hopefully he lives until then. Oh, he's taking a lot of damage. Alright, that cleared out a good chunk. I definitely won't complain about that. Although this doesn't look too great. Doesn't look too great at all. We have one cherry bomb almost about to come back. I'm gonna stall these guys, make them use their poles. So if I plant, let's see how do I want to do this. He has to live one more second, which I don't think he will. It's just too much damage coming in. Yeah, that wasn't good. Second idea. Blow them up here. Blow them up there. Cherry... Oh, walnut didn't get put down in time. That's unfortunate. I just had to brute force those. And we'll turn you into a peanut. Why not? I kind of have to throw things down in the front just so their poles get used up. I got about 5 seconds left until I can put another cherry down. Do that. And that's the giant wave clear. This isn't good. Luckily I can use that up. I should have another cherry bomb in a couple seconds. I want to wait just for this row to catch up. Do that. And we'll do that. Why not? And then we'll just rinse and repeat. And then even if I wanted to, I could use the glove to move this pea shooter onto that to make it a split pea. We'll just stall for a little bit. I want to save my cherry bombs for the last wave. Alright, that was a very intimidating wave coming in. I think I'm going to... Can't really do a whole lot. This guy kind of made it a lot further than I wanted him to. Okay, so I might just have to sacrifice this row. That one's gonna get lawnmowered, which is hopefully fine. This guy's kind of making it back further than I like. Okay, let's place these in a better position. The other one could have wiped out both lanes if I just kind of waited a little bit. And if I had better positioning, but I didn't. Alright, it's fine. I think we can come back from this.
A few moments later.
This is a very intimidating board I'm looking at right now. Alright, that was a bit sloppy, not gonna lie. So we made it to the final wave. As long as the middle row survives, we should be chilling because we have the lawnmowers left. I can just do that. Piece of cake. First try. First try, by the way. Alright, level 5. We got our first pea shooter zombie, which is kind of a weird sight. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not used to seeing him over there. We also have potato mine. We'll see if we can do anything with that. Let's take a look at what the potato mine can turn into. We have a pea mine, which can attack before unearthing. We have a solar mine, which drops 50 sun on explosion. We have a explodo potato, Explodotato Mine, which spawns potato mines that only need 5 seconds to arm in a 3x3 range. And then we have a Mine Nut. Every time it takes 500 damage, it does 1800 death damage. Alright, so definitely easiest strategy, I think, is to let these arm, and then we're going to deal with both of these for 25. 25 each. Well, 25 this one and 50 this one. So the question is does one potato mine kill a whole buckethead himself? No. No, he does not. Alright, so this is the reason why we always need to have walnuts set up, because these guys are going to shoot over my stuff. Alright, I feel like this level we're going to be very heavily reliant on cherry bombs. Oh, I messed that one up. Oh, never mind this. No, I messed that one up. Unfortunate. Pretty sure this is survivable, right? We should be fine here. Yeah, no, we're good. We're fine. I'm not really sure what I'm doing at this point, but it's kind of working, so I don't think I'm going to complain. This zombie right here really needs to die, though, because he's kind of pushing his luck. Thank you. Took you long enough. Alright, we're going to cherry bomb once this guy gets close enough. Actually, you need to stop shooting my plants, please and thank you. So we're going to cherry bomb one right here. And right there. And we are somehow barely surviving. It's ideal to deal with these zombotany guys, like ASAP. I don't know, what are they called? I don't even remember. Yeah, these guys that shoot deal quite a bit of damage. I need to wait for these guys to get just a little bit closer. I need them to stall for just one more second. Either that or I need... We'll do this. And then the second one should be ready in just a second. Alright, that was probably the best possible scenario. And then I need my glove to be off cooldown, so I can put you down here, deal with that. Alright, we have a lot of band-aid solutions here, but not a lot of permanent solutions. Okay, so we might have lost bottom one row. Not a whole lot we can do about that. That one's probably gone. Alright, this run might be dead. There's a lot of things shooting at me. Hey guys, so for you, it's just been a couple seconds because, you know, you're watching the video. But for me, this is being recorded on a separate day. I was in the middle of recording, and all of a sudden my computer turned off. Because without me knowing it, my CPU fan decided to stop working. So, it took me about a day to install a new one. But we're back. That shouldn't affect you guys at all though. But just a little tiny tidbit of information. So you guys left a lot of great comments. A lot of tips, actually. Somebody mentioned that if I hit Q, it allows me to look at the plant's health without having to go to the menu. I think they said to use E in order to see zombie health, but I'm pressing it and it's not doing anything, so Q works for sure though. Oh, and then somebody also mentioned if I use the glove and I hit V on it, it changes to a zombie glove, which allows me to pick up zombies and move them around. Kind of like plants. So I'm just going to kill him right away. It seems like the cooldown is the same, if not longer, than a normal one though. This level's appearing to be a bit more of a bit of a challenge than the last one. I'm not quite sure if I expected anything different, but I'm going to keep trying here. And in order to make some more progress, I'm just going to skip to the part where I have a pretty good run going. Alright, so I don't want to jinx it, but it seems like we're holding on okay so far. I kind of have a nice wall of potato nuts, I guess? Spud nuts, is that what they're called? Anyways, my strategy is to let a walnut get down pretty low, about 100 health if I can catch it in time. And then from there I can put, hopefully, another potato mine on top of it before it's too late. So just like this. And that'll refresh its health, bring it back up to the full amount. And then on top of that, it also provides me about 3 more explosions worth of damage, I want to say. This bucket had somehow snuck by, but I can always move him back if I need to with the glove, which I think I might actually have to. He's getting a bit too far. So I'm going to try and throw him into a decently handled lane, I guess. If I can catch this in time, this would actually be amazing. I can't catch it in time. Bummer, I was about to put a mine on that walnut, but that's okay. We're managing so far. Just trying to keep up with the upkeep for now. Worst comes to worst, I can just cherry bomb. Probably right about here. Refresh that lane. This guy should hopefully die before eating too much. Yeah, that should be fine. I didn't realize the potato pea shooter actually shoots a large circle of projectiles. That's pretty cool. That did some extra damage, I think. I'm putting an extra row of sunflowers at the front just to kind of take some more hits just in case. That way nothing actually shoots my backline. Alright, halfway done with the level. Hopefully I didn't jinx it right there. It's not good because the pea shooter zombies are going to be shooting my top lanes that aren't protected right now. But hopefully as long as I can keep up with the sunflowers in the front, maybe they can absorb some hits before I get some more walnuts down. We got one lane covered there. We're just going to have to stall for a little bit. It's going to be a little rough, but I have a cherry bomb coming up pretty quick if I need to. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and cherry bomb down here. I'm going to have to cherry bomb this one. Wow, they're just absolutely shredding through that poor walnut. That poor guy. Alright, it's getting a little bit dicey. I'm gonna have to sacrifice this potato mine. See if that helped a little bit. Which I think it did. Not gonna lie, it's gonna be a little bit to keep up with. It's kind of rough. And then on top of that, they just keep throwing more waves at me. I think I pulled it off right there. As soon as that potato mine blew up, I put the walnut on top of it, so now I have the effect of the potato mine and the walnut combined. I'm gonna have to move him up front though. Okay, since I have a couple extra cherry bombs, I'm gonna see if I can melt through these extra waves with maybe one of these cherry Gatling peas, possibly. Hopefully that does a decent amount of damage. I really don't like using them on the pea shooters just because I need them for area clearing. He's gonna have to get thrown back there. Alright, my front line's looking a little rough, not gonna lie. It's definitely seen better days. Bottom lane isn't doing too good, he's gonna be getting shot at for a little bit. Unfortunately, I had to do that just to stop the pea shooter from shooting at me. I'm almost too afraid to end this wave too quick, just because I need a little bit of time to, like, prepare for the next one. I think we're managing, somehow. I just have to survive this wave right here, and then I should be at the final wave. I'm gonna go ahead and do the walnut cherry bomb trick right here. Just to speed this up just a little bit. Just so I don't get too overwhelmed. And then we should almost have another cherry bomb set up for this wave right here. Although this isn't looking too good. I'll have to stall these guys for now. Unfortunately, they're gonna keep getting shot at. That's not good. We can't lose this row or else my final round strategy isn't gonna work. Alright, so now the only thing we have to wait for is because I had to use the glove, I have to wait for the glove to come back, and then we should be okay. I'm gonna put you there. Wait one more second, cherry bomb that, and then I'm gonna just blow it up right here, yeah. Take care of all those bucket heads. This cherry nut down here, if it needs to, can still blow up. Okay, I lied, we got one more mini wave coming in before the final wave. Should have one more cherry bomb coming up right here. I'm gonna wait until I can place a walnut on this tile here, and then I'll move it down one. So we're gonna do this, blow that up, move this down, blow that up, and then we just have a couple straggler bucket heads left. But I'm hoping these guys should be enough to take care of that. Oh, I lied, we have one more mini wave. Alright, that's great. So I'm gonna have to put him here. Put him there. If I line this up, hopefully on time. Oh yeah, look at that. That was impeccable timing right there. And then I'm actually going to move this potato mine right about to the center and see if that does anything. Which it might have. It's just hard to tell. All I'm trying to do is buy a little bit of time so I can put down another walnut. I'm going to put the walnut right here. Give that a second. Cherry bomb that. Move you down here, blow that up. Walnut there. And we made it. So, guaranteed victory right here. Even if our defenses crumble, we still have all lawnmowers set up in the back. Ideally, I want that to happen. Because I'm just going to move this here, cherry bomb that, blow that up. Now we just have the bottom lane to deal with. Which is probably the more prepared lane of them all too, because it has a cherry Gatling P at least. And with this cherry bomb right here, this should be the dub. Oh yeah, slow motion for dramatic effect. Nice. So it looks like we have Chomper unlocked now. I'm not sure how good he is, but we'll find out next episode. And it looks like we have this blue head, this blue exclamation point zombie. So he's a diamond box zombie, and then upon death he turns into a gold box zombie, which is this guy, and then on death he turns into a silver box zombie, and then upon death again he turns into a cone head. So he's just a bucket head on crack, it seems like. But that's a problem for next episode. My brain is completely fried from that last level, so I'm gonna go ahead and call it there. Thank you guys so much for watching to the end of the video. If you did, appreciate you. Thanks for all the comments as well. You guys are very nice, I appreciate it all. If you did enjoy this episode, please drop a like and consider subscribing, as it greatly helps the channel. I've been Zyllami, and I'll catch you in the next one.